Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Today I'm taking how to uh, profitable in turnip. Okay. First, we are discussing about a turnip botanical name. We are taking first we are taking an introduction. Turnip botanical name is Brassica raphael and family is a Cruciferaceae. Chromosome number is 2n is equal to 20. Origin is it's from Mediterranean region. The turnip is a perennial crop. Then it's a green or extremely used as a green fodder and seldom as a green vegetable. Uh, and third point is roots are it's a root crop. It's a root or tuber crops. Roots are good source of vitamin B and C. Green leaves are rich source of vitamin A. The edible part is modified a tube root. It's called from nappy form, which is a hypocotyl. It is a hypocotyl root. Turnip is actually hypocotyl. The tubers is we called hypocotyl. Turnip is grown in the northern parts of India, especially Jammu, Kashmir, and Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, and Bihar. It can be grown at an elevation of 1000 meter MSL or above, but it is not suitable for growing in lowlands and wet tropics. Turnip is mainly grown in for enlarged root. Okay. Next, we are discussing about botany and turnip. Turnip botany. The fleshy thickened underground portion of turnip is actually the hypocotyl, and the distinct taproot and secondary roots arise from the lower part of the soil hypocotyl. Normally, roots attain edible maturity in 40 to 80 days, depending on cultivar and cultural conditions. The leaves are petioles are hairy and coarse and yellowish green in color. The inflorescence is terminal, raceme on main stem. It's taken from actually it's taken from maturity in 50 days. We can cultivate it from field in 50 days. Mainly we are sowing in a October season. Then we are cultivating 50 days. Propagation turnip. Mass selection is commonly adopted for the turnip improvement. Turnip has strong spirophytic system of self-incompatibility. There is no need of the emasculation. And sex. Next point, sodium chloride and carbon dioxide can also be used to overcome self-incompatibility. These are the propagation methods of turnip. We can mass selection. We can use a mass selection, and turnip has a saprotic system. Self-incompatibility also there. Next, we are talking about soil and climate. The best suited soil of turnip is deep loam and clay loam. A moderate, deep, variable, fertile, well-drained soil is ideal. The optimum pH is a 5.5 to 6.8. The most favorable weather for the development of fruit is 10 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. Air temperature and 80 degrees Celsius, 23 degrees Celsius, soil temperature. The crop required a cool and moderate climate. Mainly their crop is grown in cool climate. It can tolerate a frost and mildly freezing temperature also. High temperature adversely affect the quality. The roots become woody through the tough and the bitter taste in the hot weather. We can cultivate in the hot weather. It is a tough and bitter taste also. Okay. The aesthetic varieties can tolerate a quite warm weather compared to the European types. Temperature below 10 degrees Celsius includes a flowering and cost. Next, we are discussing about field preparation. Land should be plucked of depth is 50 to 20 centimeter and soil should be brought to good tilth. So we are mainly we know about the how to field preparation. Finally, we are good tilth, and second we are using basal dose of 20 tons of farmyard and compost should be applied to hectare at the last plucking ridges and furrows formed. We can use a ridge method, furrow method. We can use uh, next is a one deep ploughing followed with 2-3 shallow ploughings are sufficient to make the soil surface smooth, loose, variable, and free from the clods. Next point is the last ploughing should be followed a planking to the level of the field. We know everyone know about the how to field preparation. Next, seed rate and sowing. 3 to 4 kilogram of seed is sufficient for sowing the crop in 1 hectare area. Seeds are sown in the ridges at a depth of 1.5 to 2.5 centimeter deep. The row plant spacing is 30 to 45 and 7.7 to 15 centimeter respectively should be adopted to get a higher yield. Snowing can be done either by hand or seed drills. Seed rate and sowing, as we are discussing, actually we have 1 hectare per 3 to 5 kilogram seeds for sufficient. The seeds are for looking like a mustard seeds. We can easily we can throw it the nursery or field. And next we are discussing about sowing time. It's a tropical type, end to July and September, and temperate type we can start September to December. Lower hills starting July to October, high hills July to September. In a Uttar Pradesh condition, actually I researched this
Miss
about,
Sneha,
yeah.
okay, continue. We lost your audio few seconds before. You can continue.
Okay. Okay. So started we can start a sowing time. Sowing we are starting October. It's a best climate for the sowing time. Actually, next we are discussing about manure and fertilizers. Manure and fertilizer. Turnip requires a high amount of nitrogen and potassium similar to the other root crops. Application of 200 to 500 quintal well-rotten farmyard and 60 to 80 kilogram nitrogen and 40 to 50 kilogram phosphorus and potassium per hectare. Nitrogen should be applied at 2 splits, that halves at the remaining dose as top dressing at the time of knob formation. The entire dose of phosphorus and potash each should be applied to the time of field preparation. We know it's a tuber crop, so we have to add a lot of nitrogen. Then only tubers are came. We know how to maintain the manure and fertilizer. We are discussing about next irrigation. Pre-sowing is essential for better germination of seeds. The water requirement would be about 300 mm. In general, the crops are irrigated at a 7 days interval till harvest. Next, we are discussing about interculture and weed control. Thinning is an essential operation to maintain the optimal plant population. Then next point is infected plant should be thinned out, keeping a distance of 10 to 15 centimeter from plant to plant. About 2 shallow weeding and hoeing are sufficient to raise a healthy crop. One earthing at 20 to 25 days after sowing should be done to provide a good environment for proper root development. Weeds can also be checked with the pre-emergence application of herbicide like a pendimethalin 1 kg per hectare or flucloxime and 1.5 kilogram per hectare nitrofen. We can use these are the herbicides. So, intercultural operation, we are mainly discussing thinning. Thinning is then keep should be the thinned keeping distance 10 to 15 centimeter. We have to thin the plant. Then next we are hoeing and shallowing. We know about weeding is the must intercultural operation. We know. So we are discussing about next topic, harvesting and post-harvest handling. Turnip is harvested when the roots are tender and attain marketable size. We know turnip harvested when the roots are tender for marketable size. Then otherwise it is a 45 days after harvesting. It's a mature roots. It's not sufficient for marketable. And next point is harvesting roots of 5 to 7.5 centimeter would be ideal, and larger roots are often coarse in texture and bitter in taste. Harvesting diameter, it's a 5 to 7.5. Mainly we are focusing turnip diameter. Next we are a light irrigation is necessary just before harvesting to facilitate lifting. The entire plants are uprooted, roots separated and clean tops are cut. The keeping quality of turnip is poor. Dipping the roots in hot paraffin will reduce the shrinkage and improve the appearance. Next, we are discussing about yield. The yield of turnip varies from the 200 to 300 quintal per hectare depending on the variety, climate, type of the soil and management practices. We have to get a 200 to 300 quintal per hectare from the yield. Next, we are discussing about insect and pest. Mainly, nothing will affect the turnip. Sometimes I think mainly sometimes they are attacking the aphid. Symptoms: insect suck the sap from the tender parts of plant. In case of heavy infestations, leaves become curled, yellowed, and finally die. And the controlling measures: spray the crop with a malathion or phosphomidon and repeat a spray after the 10 days and if necessary. Next, attacking the mustards of fly. Their symptoms: the grubs make holes in the leaves and fruits. It appears at both vegetative and flowering stage of crop. The control measures: spray carbaryl or dichlorovos at weekly interval. These are the main insect and pest. Okay, next we are discussing about flue beetle. These are symptoms: beetles attack on the leaves to make a circular holes. The affected leaves a skeletonide. Next, control measures: uproot weeded host, spray the crop with the malathion or carbaryl at a 50 days interval. The mainly attacking the flue beetle. Next, we are looking disease: downy mildew or powdery mildew, brown hurt are the major disease affecting the crop. Control measures: application of Borox at the 20 to 25 kilogram per hectare and spraying Indofil M45 at the 0.2% will be effective in the controlling these diseases. This picture is crown root in turnip. This picture. Next, we are discussing about varieties. European or temperate type. First variety is purple top white clover. It is larger rooted, heavy yielding variety developed in a IARI regional station, Katarin. And next, fruits are nearly round, large, smooth skin, published red, and on the upper portion which extended above the soil surface, lower portion and creamy colored. Best for dehydration, maturing 60 to 65 days after sowing. Average yield 250 to 300 quintal per hectare. It is a best variety. We can produce a large amount of large scale production. We can use this purple top white crop. Next variety is golden ball. It was bred at a IARI Regional Research Station, Katarin. It gives a globe-shaped, smooth yellow roots with a sweet and yellow flesh. It yields a 200 to 250 quintal per hectare. Next, we are discussing Pusa Chandrima. It is early maturity variety. It is developed by hybridization between Japanese white, asiatic type, golden ball. Roots medium to large in size, 8 to 9 centimeter in length and 9 to 10 centimeter in diameter. White skin with the white color, flesh, fine grained, sweet and tender. Pusa Chandrima. It's taken from 40 to 50 days for maturity. Next one, early Milan top redder. It is maturing variety and ready within 45 days. It taken from 45 days. Very high yielding variety with a deep flat root having purplish red tops and white underneath. It is poor white, well grained and crispy and mildly pungent flesh also. Next one is snowball. It is an early variety. Roots are round, medium sized, smooth and white. Flesh is white, fine grained and crisp and mildly pungent flesh. Next one is Pusa Swarnima. This variety has been developed in a IRI regional research at Katarin. This variety is developed a hybridization between Japanese white and golden block. Roots are fattish round, 6 to 7 centimeter length and 7 to 8 centimeter diameter. Light creamy yellow skin, pale amber color flesh, crisp and mildly pungent flesh. Fine texture and flavor also. This is also good. Next, we are discussing about Asiatic or tropical types. Pusa Kanchan. It is a selection from the cross Asiatic red and golden ball developed at IRA New Delhi. Roots round, medium sized, skin red and flesh yellow, light yellow. It is excellent in taste and flavor. Roots do not develop a thickness. It harvesting is delayed. Pusa Swedi. Next one, we are discussing Pusa Swedi. It was developed at IRI New Delhi. Roots are flattish, round, white, and attractive. Flesh is white, soft, and crisp, ready to in 40 to 45 days after sowing it. Next one is Punjab Safed. It is an early variety developed at a PAU, Ludhiana. Punjab Agriculture University. They are developed from Punjab Agriculture. It is root star, white, round, medium size, and mature about in 60 days also. Okay, these are the varieties. We are discussing about the temperature, soil, and everything. And thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sneha, for a wonderful presentation. I will take up the questions from the participants now. In the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen so that we can see your video? Okay, adjust your camera now. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, I'll move on to the questions now. The first question is, what specific soil conditions and preparation techniques are essential for maximizing turnip yield in open field cultivation?
Actually, we can use loamy soil. Is it suitable for loamy soil? Sorry, once more.
I will repeat it once again. What specific soil conditions and preparation techniques are essential for maximizing turnip yield in open field cultivation?
Actually, normally we can take either soil. No, actually, it's a thinning. Mainly, we are focusing thinning, weeding. Then only turnip roots are growing. We can correctly we can using the fertilizer applications, weeding, harrowing. This mainly root crop now. We have to maintain the water also. Water also weekly, twice we can use that water. Then we can maintain the field. Weeding, proper weeding, proper maintenance, then we can easily we can cultivate it from open field turnip. They are not attacking much aphids and disease and pests. So we can easily 45 days, we can 50 days, we can cultivate the crop.
Okay. How does proper pest and disease management contribute to ensuring a profitable turnip harvest in open field conditions?
Open field cultivation, mainly, actually, I know because I also, in my thesis time, I also cultivated turnip. So it's I think it's 15 treatments I done the field. So nothing, no one attacked with that field time. Actually, it's a cold time, winter season now. Nothing will attacking. Proper maintenance is essential for the turnip crop.
Could you elaborate on the most effective irrigation and water management practices for successful turnip cultivation in open field?
Water management. Water management, twice in week, we can irrigation in open field. It's a irrigation. We can usually cans, and then another option we can use a pipes. There, no, irrigation. Flooding is okay. It's a twice week in flooding. Is it must? That's it.
Okay. What are the key market trends and consumer preferences that farmers should consider when planning turnip cultivation for maximum profitability?
Maximum profitability. Sorry.
What marketing trends they can follow?
Actually, marketable trends. It's a winter crop. It's a actually we can any farmers, you must know about the preservative idea. So we can use the off season also. We can provide these things. Otherwise, marketability some issues. We are facing some lot of problems in marketable. So we have to do something preservative methods. We can easily going the market also.
Okay. Can you discuss the potential challenges or risks associated with open field turnip cultivation and how can they be mitigated with ensure profitability?
Open field, mainly some issues are we can face in mainly some water facilities availability. Otherwise, we can winter season cold. We can preferable in winter season now. So it's winter season also. Sometimes tuber not bulging, not producing. Sometimes we are facing some problem. So we can easily. It's I think it's not. Major minority are some cases are facing these problems. Majority are all are not much preferring these facing these problems. Thank you.
How does crop rotation and companion planting strategies influence turnip cultivation and contribute to overall profitability?
Sorry.
Once again, I will read it out. How does crop rotation and companion planting strategies influence turnip cultivation and contribute to overall profitability?
Crop rotation. Okay. We can use a crop rotation. It's we actually it's a cool season crop. So we have to next season we are choosing another crop in that field. Then we can mainly we are focusing the fertilizer application. Organic is best for the turnip field. So we can easily available for organic manures. We can use directly to field. We can profitable in the market also.
Okay. What are the recommended harvesting and post-harvest handling techniques that can enhance the market value and shelf life of turnips grown in open fields?
Marketable values.
Yeah.
Actually, marketable value it's
post-harvest handling techniques.
Post harvesting, we can use a seed purpose. Next season, we can use the seedlings or seed purpose. Otherwise, we can use a marketable uses. Otherwise, we can use the turnip for consuming. Otherwise, we can use a seed purpose also. Profitable method.
Okay. Can you provide insights of optimal spacing and planting density that can maximize yield and profitability in turnip cultivation in open fields?
Maximum spacing is 20 into 30. We can reduce the spacing also to 15 into 10 also. We can use it. No issues.
How do climate and seasonal variations impact turnip cultivation in open fields? And what strategies can farmers employ to adapt to these changes and maintain profitability? Climate variations, how it impacts?
Climate variation impacts, it's not much affecting these crops mainly. Sometimes it's affected, majority it's not affecting.
Okay, and how can farmers protect from that changes?
Protect from this thing. Okay, we can use a infrared, I mean greenhouses. Otherwise, we can use a shed, or we can actually we are facing climate. Mainly we are season snow like this. Otherwise, we can use greenhouse, rain shelter also. We can use it. They are maintain the temperature. Yeah.
Okay. Is it possible for you to share any specific success stories or case studies where farmers have achieved notable profitability through effective turnip cultivation practices in open fields? And what lessons can be derived from these examples?
Actually, I don't know much about farmers. Actually, I know personally because I also planting the turnip in my research time. So I have to cultivate it in October season. I have to taken the yield from December, October, November. Yeah, November I take in 45 days. 45 days I choose the purple top white cloth. It mainly good yield also I got from that field. It's a best example for me. I also sailed from uh, market. I got it from 30 rupees from I think kilo. I got from 30 rupees. I have a thing. I don't have a it's 10 kilo above, or I think 15 kg I got from that yield. 15 returns I got. Best example for me. Mine.
Okay.
I know a success story. I don't know much about success stories. So
Okay, okay,
that's
you're
it.
sharing your experience. Okay, that's
Yeah.
very nice. Okay, thank you very much. We have now completed the round of questions on behalf of agricultureinformation.com. We like to thank Ms. Sneha M.S. for the talk and for answering the questions. I like to also thank all the participants in the meeting. This meeting will now be closed.
Thank you. Thank you for
You're
the
most welcome.
opportunity. Okay, thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye.